Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to the Fife Property Market Update, week commencing the 27th to the 2nd of November. So this is a weekly roundup of what's driving the Fife property market. So in this week's update, we're going to look at what across Rightmove in Fife has been newly instructed and has also shown a sold subject to concluded missives. As well, because we're into another month, we're going to do a recap of October and the Fife property market for the whole month of October. So that's going to be really interesting to see. As always, we're then going to look specifically at what ourselves as an agency has sold last week. We have got coming soon, of course, you'll be keen to see that, and also what has completed and exchanged over. And then we're also going to then do a roundup of the shows that have been done. So if you have missed out on them, you know which ones you want to go back, watch, and take a really great bit of insight and knowledge from. So as always, we're going to start with the weekly roundup for 27th to the 2nd. So this is what all agencies on Rightmove have newly instructed and have also changed to sold subject to concluded missives. So straight away there, you can see 116 properties were instructed with 128 sold. So more properties sold than what were instructed last week. And we're starting to see that as the weekly updates have been going on. Obviously, I've been discussing in length that now is the time to go to market. And this is another week just proving that more properties are selling than what's being instructed. So if we were to look at that in slightly more detail and look through the micro regions, and when I say micro regions, I mean the different areas across Fife. So Cooper to begin with, your KY14, KY15 postcode. There was 4 properties instructed, but an amazing 13 properties sold. So that's great to see that there is buyers really out there in the Cooper area, but less properties are getting instructed. And actually, if we look at the week previous, it was the exact same. There was 11 properties instructed and 19 properties sold. So the buyers in the area are really holding strong and they are looking for property. So if you have a property within the Cooper KY1415 postcode, then now is the time to go to market. We then look at the East Nook. You can see that 6 properties were instructed, 7 sold, which the numbers are slightly higher from the weeks previous. It's normally been floating about the 3 and the 4, so a slight jump last week. But as always, it's not a trend. We're just seeing a slight increase for last week. We then jump to St Andrews, which is actually slightly different from how it has been the last couple of weeks. As we say, though, and as Jim says, 1 week does not make a trend. But there was only 2 instructed in the St Andrews KY16 postcode, with 6 showing as sold, where normally there's been a lot more instructed and not many are selling. So that was an interesting week last week. Then Leavenmouth, kind of level playing field, your 12 versus your 14. When we get to the October month update, we're going to see some really interesting numbers in particular for Leven. So I'm keen to discuss that with you. But as I say, kind of level playing field, your 12 versus your 14. Then jump into Dunfermline, always really strong numbers in Dunfermline, always kind of floats about the late 4s, early 5s. So you can see your 49 versus your 52 in Dunfermline. Of course, it's the commuting links and obviously slightly more affordable than being in your bigger city like your Edinburgh, Queensferry and surrounding, but still great for commuting. Then you head to Glenrothes, your 19 versus your 16, and Kirkcaldy, your 24 versus 20. So kind of there or thereabouts, Glenrothes and Kirkcaldy are always kind of similar numbers. But you can see there the biggest thing taken away from this is 116 instructed versus 128 sold. So as we say, now is the time to go to market. More properties are selling than what is being instructed. And I've continued to say this for the last couple of weeks, that this just proves the point. And when we jump to do the update for the month, you'll see even more so. So if you've been in that mindset that you're going to wait till spring, summer now, you're just like, oh, do you know what? It's the tail end of the year. Let's just wait till next year. Let's wait till the lighter evenings, the nicer weather, well, as nice as we can get for obviously Scotland, but as well when the garden's in full bloom and we've got colour. Everybody's in that mindset, so they're all waiting until that point. So if you think about it, now is the time to go to market, and these numbers back that up more so. The fact that if you go to market now, you're going to have less competition, while there is still active buyers out there. So if you're looking to get moved, now is the time to go, because then it means your buyer is in time for spring, summer, so they can take full advantage of that beautiful garden and the lighter evenings and really take advantage of their new home. So now is the time to go. And as I say, this is more so backed up when we look at the figures for October as a whole. So let's bring them onto the screen so that you can see. So straight away there, you can see 501 properties were instructed on Rightmove across the whole of Fife, with 575 sold. So a big difference in numbers, but this just shows you plain and simple, black and white. This is the time to go because there is less competition coming to market, but still active buyers out there. So 501 versus your 575, which is a real difference to the previous month of September, because actually in September, while I've not got the graph up to show you, in September there was 527 instructed. So 527 versus your current 501, with 505 sold in September against a massive 575. So in September, there was more properties instructed than sold, but you can see a big difference and a shift with October of 501 instructed with a big 575 sold. So again, this just backs up the theory. Now is the time to get on the market and get your property sold. If we were to look at some of the micro regions, just to obviously pinpoint some, I mentioned that I wanted to discuss Levermouth, and you can quite clearly see why. So 22 properties instructed versus 47 sold. That could be obviously properties that were instructed in the previous month that are now selling, but a massive 47 properties sold. So if you have got a property in the KY8 postcode, now is the time to go to market, because we're still seeing the positive effects of the commuting links opening up through obviously your Leven train station and the Cameron Bridge train station. And we can see that with the numbers just there. So if you have got a property that you're considering selling or you want to get sold, but you're thinking to wait out till next year, now is the time to go, because obviously the numbers don't lie. It shows you there in black and white. Same again for Dunfermline, your 213 versus your 240. It's the commuting links holding strong, and obviously you can get more for your money, whether they need to commute to Glasgow, Edinburgh, be close to the airport. It is just a strong location to be at. Cooper, there or thereabouts. Again, more is obviously sold than what was instructed. So if you do have a property in the KY 1415 postcode, now is the time to go to market. And then the kind of level playing fields in your East Neuk and your St Andrews, and you can see that. But the biggest takeaway from this is look at the difference that a month can make. The numbers are there for you. Obviously, at the back of this, if you do have any questions, you want to discuss it, or you just obviously want to even get a valuation on your property and get yourself market ready, comment on this, pick up the phone, message us directly, get in contact, and I'm more than happy to discuss, obviously, in great detail and answer any questions that you have. But that is really interesting to see. Now, these numbers that you can see just here, now this is the core market. This isn't taking into account the new builds, which, as we say, kind of week in, week out, it's like comparing apples with oranges. It doesn't compare, so we take them out. So this is the core numbers. But if we look at the adjustments within the new build for the month of October, there were 6 within St Andrews, a big number of 16 in Dunfermline, but you can still see the numbers are still really strong even with that. And then Glenrothes and Kirkcaldy, 7 each. So we can't include them in with it being a new build because we can't see them sold, but it's just to give you an idea of what the new build market is doing within the areas. So that is Fife as a whole. Now, of course, we are going to discuss what we as an agency have been doing. So that is what we have accepted offers in on the week commencing the 27th to the 2nd, what we have completed, so what is missive signed, keys handed over, new buyer in, and also, of course, what you're waiting for the coming soons. So what pre-portals to look out for. So let's discuss that. So we're going to start with the sold. So let's have a look at the first offer we accepted last week. So this is Roger Street, Cellar Dyke. So we're heading to the East Neuk for the first one. What's great to see in what we sold last week is there was some high price points as well. So it's great to see there is still high tickets getting offers accepted. As I say, first one, Roger Street, Cellar Dyke. Now, this was a 3-bedroom townhouse, beautifully presented inside. It had original features. had a courtyard at the rear. What was great about this one as well is there was a separate outdoor kind of workshop home office space. Not only is the new buyers which are moving to the area getting to take full advantage of obviously the coastal views, the Fife Coastal Path, they're getting to take full advantage of the lifestyle that obviously Cellar Dyke offers, while still having the practical aspect of being able to work from home in that space, and obviously walking through the door and seeing the beautiful features. Now that was on for offers over 350,000. Like the rest of the ones that I'm going to discuss, we can't disclose what the offer was until it obviously concludes and misses or signs. So you just need to continue to watch the shows to see what was achieved. But it was on for offers over 350,000, and as I say, the new owners are moving to the area, which is great to see. Then we are jumping to Leven. So this is the Somerville Road in Leven. So we're actually selling the upper and the lower flat, but this one we have accepted an offer in just 3 days, which is incredible because we were absolutely inundated for both of the properties. But the upper flat is the one that we accepted an offer on last week. So 2-bedroom upper floor flat, and you can just see there that there is a summer house which comes with the upper flat. Beautifully presented, this one. Such a high standard throughout. The kind of driveway, that summer house. It was on for offers over 82,000. What's great to see as well is this is a first-time buyer that has secured this property. So it's a brilliant first property for them to start out on the market. Absolutely delighted. And of course, it sold within 3 days. But as I say, we were inundated with this one. So there was people that missed out. So if you have a property similar to this in the surrounding location, you're considering selling, or you just want to sell, you're not even considering, you are ready to go to market, we have active buyers that missed out on this property. So please reach out to us. We'd be more than delighted to come round, give you your valuation and get you on the market and get your property sold. Because 3 days, and actually when you get to see when it concludes the offer that we negotiated on this, is absolutely incredible, and we want to do the same for you. So please do reach out. As I mentioned, we are selling the lower property as well. That is still available. So obviously, if you are one of the people that's watching this that missed out on the upper floor flat, the lower one is still available. And again, it is still high standard, contemporary, moving condition, ready to go. And you've got a beautiful landscape garden at the front. So if obviously that appeals to you, please do pick up the phone and reach out for that one. And our final one that we accepted an offer on last week was Fernbank Avenue in Windygates. So as you can see there, beautifully presented. This is a big 6-bedroom detached property. Great cul-de-sac as well. It's a lovely quiet cul-de-sac, desirable location. The new owners are upsizing. It's 6 bedrooms, immaculate inside. Again, people missed out on this one. There was a good few offers on this one, and as I say, people did miss out. So if you are in that quiet cul-de-sac location and you are considering selling, please do reach out to us, because there is people that missed out on this one are keen to move to the area. This one sold in 4 weeks, so great to see, because it was on for offers over 390,000, so slightly higher price point, but it was great to see. Sold in 4 weeks, and that is a Fernbank Avenue in Windygates. So please do reach out if you've got a similar style property and you want to achieve a result just like these sellers. So that is what we have sold. Now, of course, we are now going to discuss the coming soons. We've got quite a few to discuss. Different areas, different price points as well, which is great to see. But are coming soon. So our first one we're going to start with is Robertson Avenue. Now, this is in Leven. So if you're looking for a property within the K-Right postcode, then this could be the one for you. It's a 3-bedroom mid-terraced property, finished to a really high standard. Obviously, walking distance to the primary school, to Cameron Bridge, not long from obviously the prom, the high street, all your amenities on your doorstep, but a 3-bedroom mid-terrace property. So it's going to be within that affordability range as well. Now, this one has actually already had the pre-portal done. So this one is on our Leven page and was put up on Friday. Now, I will say we have already had people reaching out and inquiring about this one. So I don't think it's going to be available for long. So if it is something that appeals to you, please do reach out to us to give yourself an opportunity. But that's Robertson Avenue in Leven. Our next one, we're heading along to the East Snook. So this is Sandy Craig Road in Pitton Weem. So if you are looking for a 3-bedroom detached house, then this could be the one for you. Now, Jim is doing the pre-portal for this one on Friday, so keep looking out on the eSnook page so you can see that full video walkthrough. Obviously, he'll discuss location at the end, but if you are looking for a 3-bedroom detached property in Pittenweem, then this could be the one for you. So keep a lookout at the end of the week for that one. Another one within the eSnook as well. Got a good few happening in the eSnook, but this is Maggie Morgan Drive in St Monans. So for those that don't know, it's as you're heading into St Monans, you've got that new build estate by Lockyer Homes. It is a 3-bedroom detached bungalow, immaculate standard. I'm so excited to show you this one. I'm actually doing the video for that one today, so it will be uploaded by close of business on our eSnook page, so keep a lookout for that. If you're looking for one level living, if you're looking for being in a really quiet cul-de-sac but still just a short walk to the harbour and obviously the Fife coastal path, then this could be the one for you. Beautifully presented inside. When they purchased it, they did all of the extras and they really upgraded. It is beautifully presented. It's in a brilliant location as well. It's in a prime spot within the estate. You've got nothing overlooking you at the front. Standing in the garden, it's completely private, so it's been positioned perfectly. Driveway, separate garage, so ideal if you're looking for that workshop, home office to convert. You've got that. 3 really generous sized bedrooms, separate living room, open plan lounge diner. It is just immaculate and I'm really excited for you to see this one. So as I say, pre-portal, by close of business today, eSnook page, you do not want to miss out on that one. Again, changing area, we're now heading all the way along to Kirkcaldy. Slightly different on this one. It is High Street Kirkcaldy and it is a first floor commercial premises, but it actually has planning permission to convert it to a 2-bedroom upper apartment that would give you like a substantial open plan lounge dining, kitchen. And as you can imagine, if you can just picture the High Street Kirkcaldy, where this is positioned, you have got panoramic views. So you're seeing right onto the prom, right across the Firth of Forth, while still having all your amenities. Obviously, you're right in the centre of Kirkcaldy, so walking distance to everything, but you get to take full advantage of those completely panoramic views. So slightly different. That one is a pre-portal that Jim did. That is already live. So if you head to the Kirkcaldy page, you'll get to see the full video walkthrough and of course the views. So if that is something that you would obviously like to take a look at and are interested in, commercial premises with planning permission. So have a look at that one. And then our final one, we're heading back to the eSnook. So as I say, a lot happening in the eSnook, but this is going to be getting the pre-portal done in the next week or so. It is Newark Cottages, St Monans again, just on the outskirts of St Monans. But it's a 2-bedroom end terrace cottage, absolutely beautiful. Again, I'm really excited to show you this one, because standing and looking at it from the front, you wouldn't expect everything you're getting with this property, because they've converted up into the attic. So you're getting 1 level living with a bedroom and bathroom downstairs, but then into the attic, you're getting a further bedroom, beautiful views, and an ensuite. You're getting original features as well. There's exposed beams. It's got a beautiful staircase, conservatory at the back, which is an absolute sun trap. You've then got a really private garden as well, driveway, garage, uninterrupted views. It really is the property that just keeps on giving. I'm excited to show you this one. As I say, about a week or so for the pre-portal, 2-bedroom and terrace cottage. So with all of these properties, if you're not used to, obviously you don't watch our shows, you don't see what we do, and you're new to Fife Properties and wondering what a pre-portal is, this is your opportunity. So it is a full video, in-depth walkthrough of the property, while discussing at the end the location for those that maybe don't know the area, and then we tell you the price point. Now, pre-portal means you're going to get in there before anybody else, but to qualify, you need to be in a position to proceed. So what does that mean? You are a cash buyer, ready to go, ready to make that offer. And when I say offer, I mean your no regrets offer, an offer that the seller just cannot refuse to stop it going to Rightmove, Zoopla, on our own sites. So you need to come with your best foot forward to secure that property and stop anybody else getting it. But you can only do that by looking out for these pre-portals and following our social media pages. So that is your Kirkcaldy, your Glenrothes, your Leven, your eSnook, your St Andrews, your Cooper, all the pages, so that you see our pre-portal videos and you can get in there before anybody else. So if any of those sounds like something you're looking for, get following on the pages, Also call the office so that you can get registered and qualified, but do everything you can to get yourself market ready. Obviously, if you're watching this and you're thinking, oh, but I'm not a cash buyer, I have a property to sell, get yourself market ready. So get your property ready, get an agent out. So call the office, message us, get a valuation booked, get one of the experts to come out, give you an accurate, current valuation for your property. And then it's also dedicated time to ask any questions you may have, to discuss your next steps in your journey. And it's your dedicated time to also get an update on the current market within your specific area. So if you aren't obviously cash buyer, cash ready to make an offer, get yourself to that position, get your valuation booked and get your property valued. So that is what we've got coming soon. As always, if you have any questions on that or you want to discuss, comment on this, message direct, pick up the phone. But then we will go to completed. So this is properties that have now sold, missive signed, keys handed over, new buyers are in, enjoying their new property. So again, East Snook. George Street, Celadike. So this is a 2-bedroom terraced house, and this sold for 260,000. And the new buyers are looking forward to moving into the area, which is great because they're right on the harbour, got beautiful views, and obviously everything that Celadike has to offer right on the Fife Coastal Path as well. So that's a great one to see. New buyers moving in, ready to go, sold for offers over 260,000. Then another one that we have completed on, and the new people are moving to the area as well, which is great to see. Somebody coming to Fife, in particular, Kettlebridge. So this was Rum Dewan Crescent, Kettlebridge. Now this was a 1-bedroom semi-detached bungalow, so great one-level living while being in a really desirable, quiet village. So getting that village lifestyle, one-level living, still close to your amenities. Now this one sold for 1.5% over home import value and sold for 96,500. So great price point for obviously that one-level living while still getting to take full advantage of that village lifestyle and the move into the area, which is great to see. Obviously, somebody coming to Fife. So that was Rum Dewan Crescent in Kettlebridge. So that was a roundup of what we've accepted offers on, what we have got coming soon, and also what has completed. So what we have done as an agency. So finally, we are going to take a look at the shows that have been done. So as always, you have the Wealth Creation show on at 12:30 on a Monday. So that's already been done. If you didn't get to watch it live, you can go back and rewatch it. For those that haven't already seen it, it is Richard and Jim, and they are discussing the laws of success. So, from the beginning of time, there has been laws set in motion that automatically bring their results when we act in relation to them, and success is no exception. We don't drive a car if we haven't passed our test or know the meaning of road signs. We don't try to fix a machine without knowing how it actually works in the first place. So, then why would we try to succeed without knowing the basics of success? If you want to succeed, you have to apply the 5 laws of success. Now, as always, look at you. You don't need to go back to school, find the book, go onto Google to find and understand this. You have lettings director Richard Cook and one of the UK's most successful property investors, Jim Parker. They are on hand discussing. As I say, if you didn't get to watch it live, go back and watch that one because there'll be some great insights and knowledge. Another show is one that myself and Richard did last Thursday, and that was the 5 October 24 property market. That was a comprehensive overview for both buyers and sellers. So whether you're a buyer or you're a seller within Fife, or you're even just curious, you can go back and watch that one from Thursday. And that was wondering if it's a buyer's or seller's market in Fife right now, whether you're a homeowner, landlord, investor, first-time buyer. Knowing the current market trends is absolutely crucial. Fife's housing market is at a pivotal moment, balancing between opportunities and challenges for both sides, ready to dive deeper into the numbers and what that means. And as I say, we discussed that in great detail last week. And then a final show is the Can't Sell Your Home. So turn the tide and restart your move with those powerful selling tips. Whether the market is booming or is flat, there are homes that sell fast and others that stick around. And when it's yours that's left on the shelf, it can often feel frustrating and uncertain at times. Although there is always a reason, it may not be clear initially, but if the promised queue of buyers has failed to materialise, it's time to start asking questions. Estate agent Jim Parker and Richard Cook discuss this subject and provide useful hints and tips. As always, you can either go back and watch the shows, you can read the blogs, and as always, like we see on them, comment on them, ask questions, or if you want further details, again, comment, pick up the phone and call us, message us direct if you want it to be a wee bit more private. But they're the shows that have taken place. So that's been a great, obviously, roundup of what's happened for the week commencing the 27th to the 2nd, a great detail at the October month and why now is the time to go to market, what we have sold, what we've got coming soon, and also what has completed to give you a great insight if you're a buyer and obviously what's coming to market, and also if you're a seller and what's selling and what buyers are buying, and also the shows that we've done. As always, comment, ask questions, pick up the phone. But that has been the market update for the week commencing the 27th to the 2nd. And I will see you next week to do the next update. But for now, enjoy the rest of your day and have a great week. Take care.